Welcome, friends. It must be Monday because this is the Stopher Show, and I am Stopher Cavins, psychic medium. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, I'm going to jump into the comments just to make sure everybody can hear me. Hey, all right, so we're going to get started relatively quickly tonight. I do want to apologize because I noticed that when I was putting the ticker, the thing scrolling across the bottom of the screen here, I had put the wrong email address last week. I had the Stopher Show at gmail.com instead of the Stopher Show at stophercavins.com. I apologize. That's probably why some of y'all was like, yeah, it's not working. My bad. All right. So, Bernicia, thank you for being here. Marnie, as always, I'm happy you're here. Linda, Jet, Danielle, anyone else, come on in. Let us know you're here in the chat. All right. So, yeah, if you'd like your questions answered, I do this every Monday. If I've got the energy, I'm doing it. 6 p.m. Pacific time. You can email your questions. That's the preferable method to get your question read. That way I can kind of go into session on Monday afternoon, get everything written down, as you're going to see me reading from notes tonight. And it's just a little bit easier. I can deliver a little bit more concisely. And that's the way to do it. If I do see questions in the chat and they call to me, Spirit says you need to do that, or I get a hit on it, I will answer it. But I'm going to try to stick to the format of really just taking those email questions. I am not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a relationship counselor. I'm not a licensed realtor anymore. I'm not anything licensed. So if you need more than just my opinion of your energy, please consult with the proper professional. I don't go as far as to say for entertainment purposes only, because I feel like my readings are a little bit more than entertainment purposes, but at the same time, they are my opinion. And it's just another data point, right? So when you're making your decisions, you can take it for what it is. I do not claim to see the future. I don't believe the future is written. So when I make predictions, when I tell you I think this and this and this are going to happen, what I'm doing, I'm just filling into energy. Call it what you will, any type of energy that is currently activated in your life or around your question or situation. And then I'm just kind of feeling it. What's it tell me? What do I see? What do I hear? What do I feel? I take all that information and then I give you my opinion. I tell you what highway you're on, what freeway you're on, which direction it's going, how much traffic might be on said freeway, what exits there might be, accidents, whatever. So that's what's happening here. I just wanted to let you know how I work. I'm connecting with guides and angels and loved ones in spirit and your personal energy and aura. I just throw it into the pot, and that's the gumbo. Dip my little spoon in there, and that's how we do it. All right, let's go. I am going to pull up my email here. Where you at? And I've also got my notes. So we're going to start with Ishika. Ishika writes in to the Stopher Show and says, let me read the question, and then I will give you my response. Let me make sure I'm on the right one. That helps. All right. Hey. She says, hey, my question, working very consistently on my leg injury these past few months. By when do you see me making a complete recovery and anything else coming up on this situation? All right, Ashika, thank you for the question. I'm going to look at my notes now because I did connect with this earlier and I wrote down some of the energies I was getting. I do feel like progress is on schedule. I can feel that a lot of work has been put into this, and it's like, I want to tell you to continue to be, it's like finding that balance of, working hard, but also being patient, because there is kind of as much as the future is not written, there is kind of a timeline here that the universal energy kind of has you on. I don't feel if there was any kind of surgery done, I'm not necessarily getting any information on that, but I can't tell you, I can tell you that I'm feeling it's like no additional surgery, or I'm not like, there's no energy that tells me that you need to be like cut open and any scopes or anything like that. So I'm not getting that kind of information. So I don't think there will be anything beyond just the treatment you're doing. I feel like, okay, when we talk about complete, let's handle this first because complete healing, this is relative because what the energies here are showing me is your leg probably won't ever work exactly the way it did before or have the same kind of mostly it's around kind of endurance. So I feel like there will be like a level of getting either tired or not being able to have the strength for as long as you did. Because what they're showing me also, these energies are showing me that you do live quite an active lifestyle that tells me you either are a runner, a hiker, somebody that uses your legs probably way more than I do, right? More than just the average person does. So with that, there will be some kind of I'm being shown that you'll notice some kind of strength or endurance where it's like, oh, I can't quite push it as hard as I used to. But overall, I think that you get kind of to where you need to be in February. And then what they show me is you're not really testing it until we get to late March, early April where you're actually kind of testing it with some more physical types of things. And I think a lot of it has to do because they're also showing me, there's the physical healing, there's also an emotional and mental healing as well. So if you are seeing somebody or if you're not, I mean, whatever your process is, but there is a level of emotional and mental healing that you maybe aren't seeing yet that is part of it because they're showing me that the physical healing can be achieved um, the relative complete healing by February. And then it's like there's still a little bit of wrapping your mind around it. Can I push it? Do I want to do that kind of more extreme activities? That comes in April, late March, early April. All right. So I hope that helps. Joe, nice to see you. Christian, my husband's here. Everybody say hi to Christian. All right. That's what I got. All right. Let's go into Jillian Baker. Jillian writes in. Let me switch over to my email. All right, Stopher, I was wondering if you could tell me if I have if I said Julian, it's Jillian. I apologize, Jillian. Tell me if I have fibromyalgia or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Also, what is exactly going on with my stomach? And then there's kind of a secondary question here. My mom is diagnosed with fibromyalgia, but I have a feeling she was misdiagnosed. I feel whatever it is like genetic, is what she's saying. My mom was in pain. I'm in pain, and now my daughter is as well. Okay, so the short answer to this question, Jillian, is I can't tell you exactly what it is, but as I feel into have the energies take me to the fibromyalgia. I think I've said this before, where I kind of have to do these little experiments in my energy field here, where I feel have to feel into what that tells me. I'm not getting there's not a real energetic pathway when I go into the fibromyalgia or the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So I suspect if your mom was and this goes with your mom's connection as well, if she was diagnosed with that, I would trust because you said that you have a feeling she was misdiagnosed. I would trust that because I feel the same way where I'm not able to go down that path. I have a feeling, and it's interesting you ask about the stomach because I actually have a lot of this stuff, even the symptoms that aren't stomach related. Like some of the skin sensitivities is what they're telling me. Even I feel like I want to. Are there issues with the eyes? For some reason, they bring me to like vision or eyes pain as well. I feel like I want to go into like a gastrointestinal thing. I'm also being shown my sister, I don't know if she was diagnosed with it back in the day, but she would always tell me she had Crohn's disease. So I'm being drawn to those conversations I had with her. Once again, I'm not diagnosing anyone, but I'm getting more energy where I would go down a pathway like that with some kind of gastrointestinal situation that's also affecting other parts of your being, right? So that's what I can tell you, and I would trust your gut with the fibromyalgia thing with your mom. Okay. Hope that helps. Get your arm on. Hello, Billy. Hola. Tony, thank you for being here. All right. Anyway, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is here, everyone. Say hi. All right. Let's go into the next one. This will be Anya. Let me find it. Where you at? Oh, that's fine. All right. I'm going to read part of this. Okay. I'd be Anya writes into the Stopher Show and says, I would be grateful for your thoughts regarding my proposed move to downsize. My search has been very frustrating as I have been looking in earnest since May of this year. Okay, so a little bit more frustration is probably going to happen. What I need you to know, what the universal energy here is telling me for your situation is there is a plan. So it's like you're in a bit of a holding pattern, and they're telling me there's a reason for it. I feel like wherever you're going to next, it's either not ready or you need to be where you're at for a reason. So be patient until about May. I know you started in May. I feel like I want to take you all the way to like a full circle moment in May to where whatever needs to happen happens right around probably late April, early May is kind of where it's being put right now. I do think I have no idea what your living situation is or what your plans are, but I feel like I want to put you in like a 2 to 4 unit property. So I don't know that I don't have information that says you're going to go into like a single family home or that you're going to move in with somebody. It feels to me like you've got your own space. And I do think there are at least one shared wall is what I'm understanding. So don't be surprised if it could be a townhome situation or like a fourplex, duplex, triplex, something like that. And also, let me ask you this: if your mom is still in the physical, and if you have a connection with her, because I feel like for some reason I can't put my finger on it, but it feels to me like I have to include mom in like either helping with this or being some kind of catalyst or being some kind of connector. And this would even if she's in spirit, I feel like there's some kind of connection here to your mother, or a person you would call mom. So let me know. That's kind of interesting to me, but there's look out for also a connection or a connector or some type of catalyst that comes from a person you would call or think of as mom. All right. But anyway, be patient until May. I know that probably is frustrating even more, but it's like there is a plan here and there is a reason why you're kind of in this holding pattern because I'm getting holding pattern energy. It's like you don't know it yet, but stay. All right. Let's check back in. All right, let's look at this real quick. Just straight fresh out of the chat is the Wonder Woman. Hi, Stopher. You used to have development classes. What are your classes like? They're fabulous. All right, I've taken a few classes before. Not a lot of direction, just group medication. Can you imagine group medication? All right, I accidentally said medication, but it's group meditation. But the group medication sounds fantastic. Then straight into pairing with someone. Okay, yeah. So it's interesting you asked this because didn't know we were okay. Because I've been considering doing some free, yes, free classes in possibly January, maybe February. That's when it seems like every year I get the urge to teach right around those times. I don't know why, but maybe it's something from a past life. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking, and it probably will be some free classes. I'm still, in my cocoa kind of trying to understand what that looks like. So, you might not hear about this for a few weeks, but that is the goal to do some free classes. But I try to be really organized because I've got a bit of a methodical brain. So, I really kind of study and kind of look at what I do and how I've evolved and how it works for me and do my best to convey that, teach that, show that, and then also put into practical. So it's a little less of like the group meditation type of thing. Sometimes I'll do like a sitting in the power, but for the most part, it's kind of teaching, group discussion. We kind of hash it out, and then there are pairings. There are also exercise. I like to do exercises where the whole group is involved. So we do keep it fun. If anybody's in the chat that's done would I lose my development class with me, then please let Wonder Woman know what you think of it. Hi, Pam. Hello, hello. Yes, sign me up for the group medication as well. I concur. All right. Marnie says that would be awesome with the group medication, or the free, or both. So we'll work on it. All right. All right. Marnie says I took one and it was great. Thank you. All right. We're going to go back into the questions. Bear with me, kids. Marete writes in, and as soon as I bring up the email, all right. Oh, yeah. She writes into the Stopher Show. She says, or they say, I don't know if Marete, how they identify, but a friend of mine has a grand nephew who is about 2 years old. His name is Easton. Cool name. And his family are very worried about, or very, very worried because he does not want to talk or he cannot talk. They have taken him to several doctors, but they have no clue why he is not starting to talk. They have not yet found anything physical with him, but my friend told me that he frequently has a throat issue that require antibiotics. I do not recall which throat issue it is. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. Can you see the cause of his problem? Thank you, Marete. So the short answer is no, I can't see the cause. I don't have that. If I had it, I would be confident in giving it to you. So I'll give you the energy that I do have around this. It's a little bit, it's not a lot. Let me find it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So I wrote in my session, my notes were there's not much here. But I do feel like I have to talk about suppression, right? So and it feels to me like part of it, there's a couple things going on, I believe. When we're talking about suppression, I think it's like confidence. So I know he's 2, but it's like kids that age don't know what they don't know. But there is like a level of I feel like physically he could, but there's also like diminished strength. It's almost like maybe it's the throat issues you're talking about that require the antibiotics, but it's like it's like if you're recovering from something and you don't quite have like I was talking to was it Ishika about the leg injury. It's like getting back to full health is one thing, and then kind of having the confidence to, put pressure on it or to do the things or go on a long hike is another thing because there's a mental and emotional aspect of it. So I'm getting a similar energy with Easton where he's not quite confident in the ability because of some of the things that it feels like there's a diminished strength maybe in the throat as far as talking. So I don't necessarily get it that it's anything neurological or where there's not an ability, to. So that's kind of what I have. I don't have anything specific for you, and I'm not diagnosing this, but that's kind of where it starts. When I get this energy though, I feel like whenever it does happen, it's like almost like I'm seeing like floodgates. Like so, it's going to be a thing that it's like almost overnight where it's like, oh, okay, that's corrected or that kind of worked itself out. So that's let's be patient with it. Of course, his parents and family should continue searching for the answers. But that's kind of what I have. Once again, not a doctor. Hope that helps. All right. Bernicia says that we lived home in New Jersey. That's right. You are in New Jersey. I used to live in New Jersey. All right. Let's go into Anne or Annie. I'm going to say Anne. I apologize if it's Annie. This is Anne Marie Rayner. All right. Sorry for using your whole name here. All right. Where you at? All right. I'm going to read part of this, just the question part. Because everybody writes in and loves to tell me how great I am, and I appreciate it. All right. So I was considering applying to a position in another department at work. It would be a loss of money, which I'm not crazy about, but I feel like it is something I would enjoy and could potentially be better for future opportunities. We'll talk about that. I was ready to apply when a potential issue arose that I may be having surgery for. One doctor feels I should move forward with surgery, and one doctor feels I could just monitor it for now. So the question is, she says she has the surgery on the calendar, just to have it on the calendar, but she's wondering if she's being too aggressive with her decision and if it's actually nothing to be concerned about. If I move forward with the surgery, I've decided to hold off on applying for the position. because I don't want to start something and then pause, right? All right. What is your understanding of the energy of both? Does the surgery feel necessary? And would this move be beneficial? All right. I do remember this one. It was quite interesting. Let me find it. Not that one. That one. All right. Let's talk about the job first. And I almost feel like, and I know I say it's interesting a lot, but this is interesting that you kind of bring both of these up because I almost feel like the opportunity, we'll call it, for the surgery is kind of, it's almost like it's preventing the moving forward with the job. I don't love the energy with the job. I do feel like it would be interesting for a while, but I'm getting severe, like grass is not greener on the other side kind of energy. And I don't think that it would be bad, but I do feel like it's a situation where the drop in money or the less potential for making more money, accompanied with some of the other things that I almost feel like there's some things hidden, not purposely, but just some things that you don't know or realize yet about that job, and some of its, you know, lack of potential, shortcomings, just there's the lack of avenues that would probably be quite frustrating. I don't love it for you. Now you do what feels right to you, always, always, always. But when I get into that energy, it doesn't feel great. Um, okay, with the surgery, I actually like that you have it on the calendar. Now you asked the question, and I'm not a doctor. I'm always going to reiterate that. Does the surgery feel necessary? It doesn't feel necessary at the moment. Like we have to get this done right now, or else. But but it does feel like a type of thing where, what was the word? Like a situation. I have no idea what it is, but situation that where there is in the future, maybe not too far down, where there could be a tipping point where if you it gets to a certain point where it's like, oh crap, I wish I would have had that because now it's like causing some other, there's like residual or kind of ancillary things happening now, if you don't. So my personal opinion of the energy is I like it sooner or later. If it's already on the calendar, keep it on the calendar, and always trust your what your doctors, and I know you have two different doctors telling you two different things, but if we're using my opinion as a data point, I'm saying I like it on the calendar, if you know what I mean. And it feels like if you do it now, the timing feels lined up, like you've got the opportunity, the timing lines up, and then it kind of prevents any other kind of residual issue down the road. That's just my opinion as a not doctor. Okay. Hope that helps, Anne Marie. All right. Are we ready for Marnie? Marnie. Give me some water. All right. If everybody doesn't know, it is my birthday month. So I will be 47 years old on the 19th of December. Oh, and my husband will be, I won't say his age, but he's going to turn a different age on the 27th of December. So birthday's coming up. It's our birthday month. And Jesus. The same birthday month as Jesus. Wonderful. All right. I think it's Marnie time. Marnie writes into the show. And all right. Writes in and says, I hope all is well with you. Thank you in advance for taking the time to answer everyone's questions. You are welcome. I met a friend I like this one. I met a friend. I'm getting a weird pain in my booty. All right. There might be some energy. I met a friend of a friend last week. We chatted and found out he had worked for good friends of mine. He's much younger than me. Is this a recurring theme with you? Not sure he's even single. I do get single energy with him. What kind of energy do you pick up on him? Single energy and any relationship potential. Not a ton of. Here, let me give you what I got. I do feel like he's into like there's a we'll call it curiosity. There is a curiosity. Um, I do get the single energy. I don't feel like there is somebody current. There's always lurkers and exes and situationships, but I don't feel like there's like a locked in kind of a vision, a person that he's thinking about spending his life with. So cool. I'm not sure that he's picking up your vibe though. So if this is something you're interested in, I almost feel like it's a situation where you might have to put it on kind of thick, or um, maybe there's some back channeling going that could go on to let him know. But it's almost like he's got that curiosity, and that's about as far as it goes, because he's just not kind of picking up what um, you might be have already thrown down or will be putting down. So there's a little bit of a block there, not on purpose, but just kind of, it's just like a energy thing. Um, I don't have a lot when you talk about relationship potential. I mean, it could be a fun thing. I don't know, but I'm getting what I like to call ships passing in the night kind of energy. Like it doesn't quite line up perfectly for like a long term or something like super connected, and where it feels spiritual or whatever the case is. So that's my opinion of the energy. It's a bit of a ships passing in the night, not quite lined up, but I say if there's a connection there, make what you will of it. It could be fun, it could be friendship. So yeah, I'm not getting anything like crazy magical. Okay, so I'll say that. What she said, might be me too. What's that mean? Might be me too. Alice, thank you. Linda, everybody, for the happy birthday. Let's see. Renisha says, my mom's birthday is 12/19. Oh, happy birthday, mom. And so, as I know of like one celebrity that is my birthday, and it's Alyssa Milano, of all people. So she also celebrates that day. Okay, got it. Let's go on. Joshua. Okay, where are you at? And if you're here and you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Please. Trying to build the channel so that we can, reach more people, connect more people. That's kind of the goal. And it's a good time. I give a lot of my time to the channel, or as much as I can, because I do have limited bandwidth, but that's the goal. So please subscribe. And if you have not hit the like button or clicked it or whatever you call it, whatever the kids are saying these days, please do that. Let's get those likes up. If you are here live, let us know in the chat. And then if you're watching this on replay in the future, put it in the comments. Ask some questions, start some conversations. Let me know what you think of what we're doing here. Let me know if you have any requests for future development classes that I plan on doing in January or February. Free ones, by the way. Joshua Buckley writes into the show. Okay, okay, I'll read the first one and the second one. I applied for IT roles at UPS and a nearby military base. Do you see anything happening with those? And then he wrote back and said, it was wrong. It isn't at a military base. It's a role at a local engineering company. Okay, it's interesting because I think I had a reading with you and I told you to look into logistics and that type of thing. So I think that's cool that you're applying for UPS. Here's what I get. I do feel like one of these, either a UPS or local engineering company, I feel like one of the two, because I'm getting like split energy here, will have some additional communication. Now, how far that goes, that's up to you. If you kill it at your interview or whatever the case is. But I'm leaning a little bit more towards, as much as I would love to be right about the UPS and the logistic, and I do think you still look down that road. There are some avenues with that industry. I'm with this though specifically. I want to lean more towards the engineering side, and I do feel like there's some opportunities with engineering and IT work as well. So I think you'll hear back from one of them, and my inclination is it's the engineering. But I think you're in the right space here with both of them. They both feel really correct as far as like the direction you're going. Good luck. Who's next? Renisha? Bernicia, Monday questions. Okay. Bernicia, I know you're here, writes in to the Stopher Show and says, someone filed a fraudulent tax return in my name. Damn it. I have a feeling of who I think stole my social security number. Can you tell me if who I'm suspicious of is the person? Can I get a description or name? Something, all caps. Something, please. Any information would be appreciated. There's a question two. Let's go into question one first. No, I don't. I don't have a description. I don't have a name, and I don't know if it's the. You're like, what are you good for? I don't know if it's the person that you're suspicious of. What I do have is, once again, right? It's my opinion of the energy. Is it feels to me like it's somebody that would have access to either like mail or like information that feels like mail. So like documentation, paperwork, opening mail, um, opening files, that type of thing. So, and I do feel like there's also, so that type of access to that type of information. So for example, mail, maybe some kind of file at a place of work or a school or something like that. Because I'm seeing like opening either files, mail, documentation. And then I also feel like there's a proximity kind of energy here where this person is actually geographically close to you, like might live in your building or down the block or work or down the block from where you work or where you go to school, whatever it is. But I'm getting geographical kind of close proximity as well. All right, so let's go into question two. That's all I get. I don't have a lot of specifics about it. There's a lot of hidden energy. I don't know that you'll ever find get anything done with it. All right, question two: should I be trusting my parents, mother, or father? The short answer is no. You say they're passive aggressive. Actions make me not want anything to do with them. Help me, please, or help me. So with that, we'll start with mom real quick. It's a no. I feel like there's actually kind of bad intentions here. I hate to say that about somebody's mother in that relationship, but it feels to me like she has her best interest. I feel like and I feel like specifically it is the opposite of what your best interest is. So by proxy, it doesn't work out for you. So I don't know that that will ever be good to trust her or put any eggs in that basket. At least not right now. Father is a little bit of a different thing because it's a different energy. But I want to say not really, because this is a situation where it's like he kind of pumps up. It's almost like he gasses you up or says like, oh yeah, going to be great. I'll do this. You can trust, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, he can't meet that. Whatever bar he's setting, I don't have a lot of energetic faith that he will ever get there or that he even has intentions of getting there. So it's like, I think whatever he tells you, he's just not able to get there. So it all falls flat. So for those reasons, and I hope that changes. I don't know that it does. I don't have any energy that says it will change anytime soon, but I really do hope that changes for you and your parents to have a better relationship. And we're going to send that kind of energy out. All right. Yes, I could cry. Okay. So I think this is to the tax situation. So, and if you're getting a reading from me, I would love to hear in the comment. I mean, you don't have to, but if you could put in the comments how things make sense, or even if they don't, you could say, you're full of BS, Stopher. But if they make sense, I would love to know how they make sense or how it helps. All right. I'm just like totally in the comments right now, so bear with me. All right. Okay. I'm back. I think we got like one or two more. So hang in there, kids. 34 of you watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hit the like button, leave comments. And what's the other thing I want you to do? Subscribe. And if you would like your own private reading with me, you can just visit my website, stophercavins.com. I've got 30-minute sessions, 45-minute sessions, 50-minute combo sessions where you can do the psychic and the mediumship, or we can, the shorter sessions, we can just focus on psychic or mediumship. I also do pet energy reads where I connect with your pet that is here in the physical that is still living, and I basically have a conversation with their energy so that you, because they can't talk, right, and give you that information. And then we have email readings. So if you're not able to or not comfortable sitting for a reading on the phone or on Zoom, you can just pop on there, put in your 4 questions, and then within a couple days, I will record your reading for the questions and email it to you. When I say record, video recording. So that's all at stophercavins.com. I do this professionally, so yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Every reading you've done with my wife and I have been exceptionally accurate. And I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Who else? All right. I think this is the last one. It's going to be this is from Paul or Jen. Signed Jen. So this will be Jen, but their email says Paul or Jen. All right. Jen writes into the Stopher Show and says, should I accept the job I'm being offered at work? Do you see it as a good fit, or should I hold on for another job to open up? I love your Monday videos. I'm happy you are back. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's a quick. When I kind of went into session on this one, it was a yes, 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 yes. Take the job. Good fit. Yes, good fit. The interesting thing, there's always an interesting thing. My prediction here is if the job's available, you'll take the job and it will be great. And you'll be trucking along. And then in about like 6-7 months, so probably middle part of 2025, there's going to be another change. And I almost feel like it's like a step, what you're about to go into, if you decide to take it, is like a stepping stone. And then there's like this natural kind of evolution to what's next that you don't even know about yet. Right. Because they're showing me like a quick, like I say, right. Let's give it 6 to 8 months, but I feel like we want to put right in the middle of next year. And then there's another opportunity that's like even better. They might even create this. I don't even know. But yeah, so it's a yes, yes, yes. It's all systems go. And then it's going to be probably better and more interesting than you even realize. All right, I will do 2. I'll pull two out of the chat tonight. All right. So I'm going to scroll and see what calls out to me. Okay. I know I've read for you before, Rosemary. And thank you for the question. Will making my house historical keep the Pittsburgh building department from stealing my property, demolishing my big old house and selling it for development while making me homeless? Okay, so I don't see any pathways to the, actually, I feel like if you try to, they will actually block, because there's big blocker energy on even like putting in submitting the request, the paperwork, getting around ordinances, whatever the case is, all the city stuff, all the bureaucracy, right? I'm getting blocker energy. So I just don't, I mean, try it if it, at this point, it sounds to me like, it's a bit of a Hail Mary, but so I'm not telling you not to try something, but I don't know that it goes as you hope. And I am seeing the home probably within the next 2 years cleared, because they're showing me like a lot. And I don't know if you retain possession of the lot itself. I'm sure at that point you're probably like, what good does a lot do me? But yeah, it's going to be hard. I hate to be the bad news medium tonight. I was doing so well, but if it's something that you think could help, then always try. But I'm having a hard time seeing, like I say, it feels blocked to me. Yeah, somebody's saying, wonder if you can put it in trust. I don't know, but I do feel like there are, when I kind of do that little experiment in my energy here, I do think there's ways that you can kind of slow this train down, Rosemary, but eventually I think it leaves the station. All right. We'll do one more. All right, get your arm on. If you have time tonight, apparently I do. All right. I would still love to know if you get anything about what's going on with my left hip. It feels like I pulled something. It hurts pretty bad. I'm getting really, this stems from, I feel like, an alignment issue with the lower kind of trunk. So in the hips and the core, this stems from that. And then I feel like there's also some kind of, it's almost like I feel like pulling nerves or muscles kind of in the wrong direction. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's an injury. It doesn't feel like it's something where there was a trauma. It just feels, it's almost like a twist, you know. The frame is twisted a bit. Uh, that's kind of what I'm getting. But it does feel like it's kind of like nerve related, and it stems, once again, I'll say it again, from like a, just feel like there's an alignment thing happening. So I don't know if a chiropractor or if it needs to go beyond that. I'm not sure. Let's see, Jen S. I know this job will be good for me, and someone above this person is retiring in June. Maybe I will move up. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know that it's that, but that makes, I mean, that's what I'm feeling is it's like where you hop in, things are going great, and then it's like, oh, and then the skies open up even more. And so, but part of that is taking this job so that you can kind of get in that pole position to scoop into what's next there in the middle of next year. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, I agree. I was in a car crash 1.5 years ago, and my whole spine twisted. I see. Yeah, there's a twist. I hate to. I'm almost thinking of like when you're in a car, or when the car itself is like in an accident, and then the frame gets like kind of twisted. It doesn't. Then there's an alignment issue. So your frame's bent a little bit. My frame is bent too. My left shoulder is jacked. All right, I'm done. I'm going to go watch the game, kids. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, even the ones, those of you that are watching in the future on replay. Please leave a comment. It helps with the algorithms. Please do the like button. Please do the subscribing. And until next week, I love you. Peace always.